All right, so welcome again. Good afternoon to your Plan Like a Boss collaboration call. I'm really excited for us to talk today about all the great opportunities that are ahead in 19 and in 20, and what great ideas that you may have that you'd be willing to share with your peers. This, again, is all about you. This is designed to be an informal opportunity for you to do, again, just what the slide says, to plan like a boss and collaborate together. So I hope that you've had a chance to check out the thought starter questions that you received and that you're ready to share. Remember, don't be shy. We are all one big happy Avon family, so we definitely want to hear from you today. So I am incredibly excited myself that it is Representative Appreciation Month. I am your host today, Crystal Paget. I'm one of 4 sales development coaches in the Southeast region, and I'm joined today by my peers who are supporting us in the chat box as well. I love, love, love this beautiful cover, Campaign 19, but it's so much more than the cover. It's also about the contents of the brochure. And so I'd love very much to hear from a few of you. I'd love to know how you're sharing your own story, because you're an Avon role model as well. And your stories are incredibly powerful, more powerful than you even realize. And this provides a perfect opportunity for you to influence and inspire potential customers and team members with this beautiful Campaign 19 brochure. So I'd love to hear from you guys. Again, feel free, pop off mute, share in the chat box. What are you doing to share your own story and promote Campaign 19 as this gorgeous representative takeover campaign? So I'll give you guys just a minute again to pop off mute. It's as simple as to the left of your name where you show in the attendees list to click that green arrow and unmute. So again, I would love, love, love to hear from you what's working. I know I've seen a good bit of representatives sharing their own stories as they're sharing the brochures with their customers, but I want to hear from you guys. What are you doing? What's working for you to promote Campaign 19? All right, so it looks like we maybe have a couple with their hands up, but again, welcome. I know some are still popping in and joining the call, so we want to hear from you. So again, don't be shy, don't be afraid to pop off mute. But the next thing I want to ask is, what are you most excited about in Campaign 19? So the Fall for Paris collection, absolutely gorgeous. I know I am in love with pretty much all of it, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. So what are you most excited about in Campaign 19 and why? Share with the group.
How's that going for you?
All right, I'm getting a little bit of background noise. Maybe that's someone trying to speak up. I don't mean to speak over you. But again, please share in the chat box and share with us. You can pop off mute to speak up, and we'd love to have your engagement today. This call is, again, for you and intended to be by you with your sharing. So my personal loves in Campaign 19, I'll share while we're waiting for others to chime in. Anna says, I love the jewelry. Me too, Anna, and all the fashion. When I tell you I want it all, I literally want it all. And I have quite a bit of it sitting in my cart right now, waiting to be submitted. So I'll have to submit it strategically on a day when my husband won't be home when the UPS truck arrives. Just kidding, not kidding. Glimmer Sticks, it's on a great sale for $2.99, and then that 2 for $40 skincare offer is huge. So I know a lot of representatives are gaining traction with that. I love the sales too, Martha. Thank you so much for sharing that. The sales are incredible. So that 2 for $40 offer is really a wonderful buy for our customers. I actually had the great good fortune of hearing from a representative who had shared a before and after with her customers. She used the targeted line eraser treatment for about a month, and she took a before and after picture, and it was significant. Her results were incredible, and it was the first time that she'd stepped out of her comfort zone to really share a before and after picture with her customers. She actually shared it in the Southeast region group, And just by doing that, sharing it with her customers, she sold 6. So that's a great opportunity for all of us. Joetta, you said you're loving those. Let's see. Oh, yes, you're getting the clothes. Yes, and you've got to get the jacket and the t-shirt. So much cute stuff. I have to agree. The fashion, Rosemary, you're right, is absolutely spot on. And Sue says that she's loving using our representatives in the brochure to be the models, and they've done such a great job. Sue, I could not agree more. Linda says that she loves the Autumn Romance A box. Lots of customers ordering $40 just to get it. Linda, I want those earrings. I want it all, but I really, really want those earrings.
How you doing?
Anna says she also likes the 2 for $18. And Oscar says the Bug Guard is a hit. Oscar, you are speaking my language. You know, it's not too late here in the South. We still have a lot of great opportunity before fall and winter are really here to capitalize on Bug Guard sales. I made the terrible mistake of going out the other night without my Bug Guard, and I'm paying for it now. So almost all our Bug Guard is 50% off in the Campaign 19 brochure. That's awesome. So did I have someone who was going to share with us?
Yes, hi.
Hi.
This is Rosemary from Florida. How you doing?
Hey, Rosemary. Great. How are you?
Awesome. I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for asking. And so one thing I've noticed, and I don't know if any other reps have done this, and I took to heart before I saw it in Avon University and seeing it there helped me continue what I was thinking, which is looking at fashion magazines. I just subscribed to some of them between health and wellness and fashion and food, of course. And I've noticed that I've been noticing the trend where Avon is keeping up with the mega houses of the fashion industry, which is really nice to see what's coming up in the spring, fall fashions type of thing. So it's really nice that I've noticed is not the polyester great grandma, and no offense to grandmas, because some of us are and some of us aren't, but that old like curtain that came out of your grandma's curtains and made into clothing type of fashion. It's nice to see that it's very upbeat, very youthful, regardless of the age. It's
A lot of the
fashion that you
pieces
can
are
use
grandma's curtains to me.
throughout the whole age gamut, which is really nice. Is great for younger and it's great for older generations, which is really, really nice. And it's spot on with the fashion industry. I have to give it props. And being a big woman, that makes it a super plus, because it's hard to find clothing that doesn't look like a muumuu on you and that fits nice and makes you feel like a woman. So it's really spot on. I have to give Avon props on that.
That's awesome, Rosemary. And thank you for multiple reasons. One, for being the first brave soul to pop off mute and share. And two, for really nailing it. We are so on trend right now. If you've been in a department store, if you've looked in a fashion magazine, we are, as a company, doing an incredible job. And it makes me really proud. And I know that that must make you guys really, really proud as well. So thank you so much for sharing that. Before I pop off to the next thing, anybody else want to share, pop in, or add anything? All right, so I'm curious, take a little informal poll over here in the chat box. How many of you had the opportunity to actually listen to the virtual sales meeting? While I wait for you to answer that, I'm going to quickly answer Martha's question. She said, are we still getting double dollars for Campaign 19? All representatives who attended Rep Fest will get double dollars in Campaign 19, and we'll speak to that in just a moment. So great question. Thank you for asking that. So I'm seeing a lot of yeses. Several of you were able to listen to the virtual sales meeting. And so in the virtual sales meeting, there was a big focus around the Aspira Metabolism Boost. So I'm curious, what's working for you as you promote and sell through those products? Because for us, though we officially launched Aspira early this year, it's still a very new part of our brand portfolio. And so many of us have the opportunity to make lots of incremental income just selling through the Aspira product line. So I'm curious what's working for you. Don't be afraid to pop off mute or to share. But for me, it's funny, as we're approaching the end of summer, it's like before summer began, I'm like, I'm going to do a good job. I'm going to get busy. It's swimsuit season. And the other day I saw a little Pooh Bear meme, and it said, I've just resolved to the fact that I'm going to be a cute little chubby bear, at the end of summer. And I'm sure, like you guys, you're excited for fall, maybe. I'm excited for football and jeans and booties. But wouldn't it be great if my jeans fit better as we go into the back half of the year? And so what would happen if we started now, if we got our customers engaged with us and took the 30-day challenge for Aspira moving forward? So what might that look like? What could that do for your income? And if you got ahead of the 8 ball right now, before we even get to January when everybody's scrambling, right, we could beat the holiday bulge before it started. So I'd love to hear from you. Please share in the chat box success maybe that you've had, or ideas that you've had, things that you've been able to use to promote this. So Sue sharing in the chat box that the cost has been a big plus, as well as the fact that it's vegan and non-GMO. Absolutely, Sue. We are appealing to the masses for certain. That's a great selling point, a great selling point. So anybody else, I'd love to hear from you. If we start now, maybe by the time next summer gets here, and so I'm pointing right back at me, if I start now, maybe by the time next summer gets here, I'll be in even better shape. So anybody else, again, we'd love to hear from you. Pop off mute, go ahead and interject, share in the chat box. Love to hear your take on that. So Carol has shared that she has had customers tell her that our vitamins are just as good as GNC and much more reasonable in cost. Carol, that is such a great point to make. So many of us have an opportunity to corner that market for people who are shopping with other direct sales companies who have health and wellness lines, but also stores like GNC and the Vitamin Shop. We have an incredibly high quality product, and it's a wonderful opportunity for us to capitalize and take some of that market share back. So I'd much rather see that money going in your pockets as our Avon family than to those brick and mortar stores. Rosemary, thank you for your chiming in to agree there. So anybody else, again, please feel free, share, pop off mute. But even with our Aspira protein powder, 15 servings for $35, it's a great value. Whether you've ever tried other protein powders in the past or not, I personally have, and this, honest to goodness, is my favorite I've ever tried. My best friend is vegan now, and she's loving the Aspira protein powder, so it's really a great product. All right, next, are you guys excited about Hydrofusion?
Oh my
So,
God, I love this.
yay, tell.
I started this week when I got it in my demos. I'm using every single line. It just, I don't know, my face feels light. I love the fact that you don't have to wash it off, which is nice. And I've noticed that my face feels softer, which is really nice, especially living in Florida, as hot as it is and dry. And I've even tried it in the back of my hand, because I have a lot of dryness in the back of my hand, to just give it that extra softness. So I love it.
I love it too, I must say. So thank you for sharing. Lisa in the chat box is saying that she loves the serum, and she's almost out of the one that she got from Rep Fest. So yay, Lisa. I'm happy to hear that. And Joetta is bouncing back to our Aspira Metabolism Boost conversation. She said that the 3-day cleanse is good to start on the Metabolism Boost system for what the body no longer needs. That AM and PM formula, and it's a great way to promote a healthy lifestyle. And then also, of course, to get that 90-day sale, right? So they're purchasing it again every 90 days. So that's a great way to follow up. Thank you for adding that. Jackie says the plant protein is so important to a couple of her customers who can't eat meat and cheese or drink cow's milk. That's a really great point, Jackie. There are a lot of people who have food allergies or who are intolerant to dairy products. And so, again, appealing to the masses. appealing to the masses. So I'd love to ask the question today, what are you doing to educate your customers to help them understand what makes hydrofusion different? So often in the past, when we have introduced a new skincare product, it's like, okay, what does this take the place of? But the beautiful thing about hydrofusion is that this can be used in conjunction with so many of our other new skincare products. And this was discussed in more detail in the virtual sales meeting, but I'd love to know, how are you educating your customers, or how are you sharing your own personal testimony about those products? So I'll give you guys a minute, type in, share in the chat box. I'd love to hear from you. So Rosemarie, I don't want to put you on the spot too much, but as much as you shared that you're already loving the product, have you had success already in promoting it in advance to your customers?
I tend to be the kind of person, I try it out before I promote. So I could have a better understanding of how it works, because I hate to look like a fool. And how does this work? I don't know. And I hate doing that. So honestly, I am doing it first, at least for this first week. And then starting next week, I'm planning to tell my customers how I notice its work. Which is, yes, I do like the fact that you could layer this. It's not just that particular product. So I have a really heavy-duty oily skin, and that's one of my biggest pet peeves. And I want to make sure it's not something that would create more oiliness on my skin. Certain products makes my face become oilier. I know it sounds weird,
Right.
so I'm very meticulous about that. But so far, I'm
Good
liking
deal. Yay. Well, I appreciate your honesty. Anna has shared in the chat box that she really likes that it's light and not greasy. And I'm sure that's a huge selling point for many of us. And much as we discussed just a moment ago that the Aspira line is incremental sales for us, just knowing that this is not going to take away from any of our other new brands, but it's going to add to, that means that hydrofusion can be incremental sales for you as well. I loved in the virtual sales meeting, it was shared that, you know, on heavier makeup days, you can cleanse with your favorite new cleanser and then follow up with the micellar water. So I thought that was a really great point. And then the serum itself, to know that it can be used in conjunction with the power serum. So the difference being, you know, that the replenishing serum here in hydrofusion is going to give you much more intense hydration. And then the power serum is going to boost the benefits of the anti-aging system that you're using. So it's great to use them together. And that's a wonderful point to your customers. So those who are already using power serum, this is a great product to speak to them about. And it's an AM and PM product, our serum here. Even the depuffing eye serum, you know, I am personally a huge fan of Clinical Eye Lift Pro. I use it every day, trying to stop it before it starts. And that this depuffing eye serum can be used in conjunction with your favorite eye cream, that's another really great point to make sure that we're aware of and that we're able to share with our customers. So Lisa has shared that the serum goes on light and wet, but it dries quickly and it's not sticky at all. And it feels very fresh and makes your skin soft. Lisa, I love this point. She also says that you can use the serum later in the day over your makeup just to help you feel refreshed. So I love that. Kathy shared that she's putting samples in every order. That's great, Kathy. I'd love for you to share with us in the chat box how you plan to follow up on those samples to go a step further and close that sale. So the next thing that I wanted to share with you guys, and if you did attend the virtual sales meeting, you saw this. This is available in Avon University under resources, but this is a wonderful little how-to. So don't get me wrong, I know that here it's just kind of an eye chart for you, but it's a new hydrofusion regimen guide. So it's a great way for you to learn all there is to know about this product. Of course, as Rosemarie shared earlier, trying it yourself is very important. Your own personal testimony goes a long way, but also the testimonies of your peers can help you with that as well. But definitely sharing this guide with your customers can help you. as well. So Jackie, thank you for sharing. She said that she too is putting samples in her orders, and she's looking forward to sharing her experiences with all of the products with her customers. Joetta, yes, my understanding is that it is for all ages. So great question. One tip I saw said to laminate this chart, keep it professional looking. So I think it's a really great tool. And it's been a while since we've seen one of these little regimen guides. So I think this is important for us to make sure that we're taking advantage of. So some great training opportunity. Did I have someone else that had something to share?
I have a tip
Yes.
or a commentary. Being that I'm trying to become a makeup artist, one thing I've learned, especially since I have a lot of oily skin, is one of the major problems about oily skin is dry skin. Because you have dry skin, your body's trying to overcompensate by having oily skin. When you take care of that issue of dryness and underhydration, it starts to subside the oiliness. So that's maybe a tip for someone that has oily skin, and ask them what they're using for the regimen. I tend to ask people that. What do you have for your skincare regimen? Well, I wash my face with soap. That's problem number one, is drying up your skin. And it becomes a vicious cycle. So maybe that could be something that those that are promoting skincare, you could utilize that to help your business as well.
That is a really great point. So many people think I don't need a moisturizer because my face is oily. But guess what? Oil is not moisture. So if you are moisturizing your skin properly, to your point, Rosemary, it will absolutely help to alleviate that oiliness in your skin. So thank you so much for sharing that. Kathy said that she's going to follow up with each of her customers before campaign 20 to ask questions and get that order. Go, Kathy. I can't wait to hear about your success with our new Hydrofusion line. I know it's going to be great. Thank you so much for sharing that. So I have to go right down here to the bottom. Anna, thank you also for chiming in. She says she likes to open the samples right there and put it on their hand instead of just handing it to them. That way I know they tried it, and usually I get an order on the spot. I think that's a great tip. I was an Avon representative for a couple of years before I started in my former career, my former life as a district manager, and I remember as a representative in college making the mistake so often, and I didn't know it was a mistake, of just throwing the samples in their bag, but actually having them experience the product on the spot. Anna, that's an incredible tip. Thank you so much for sharing. Where were you 15 years ago, Anna? I needed you to give me a pep talk. I love it. So the next thing we're going to quickly talk through today is our new Harvest Treasures line. So I heard somebody mention earlier that they're in love with it. It's a limited edition. And, yesterday I was sitting at my desk working and news alerts popping up on my phone. And I saw a couple different times, couple different companies, pumpkin spice everything is back. And pumpkin spice flavored coffee at Starbucks and different things. So I'd love to know, how many pumpkin spice lovers do we have in the house? Are you guys excited about this Harvest Treasures line? I have to tell you, so share in the chat box, pop off mute if you would. But yesterday, pumpkin spice officially went live. And so it's a great opportunity for us to really capitalize on this trend. Pumpkin souffle in the Harvest Treasures line. First, I have to say, when I saw this at RepFest, the packaging is absolutely gorgeous. And the pumpkin souffle is my favorite scent personally. So I can save myself the calories of having that sugar-laden coffee at Starbucks and just use our body products instead. Martha says, I love it. Me too, Martha. And so I'm curious what kind of strategic ideas you might have to leverage our pumpkin souffle or any of the other great scents that you love. So definitely a high quality product. As you can see here on the slide, the packaging is beautiful. Anna says, just put a little pumpkin spice everywhere. Absolutely. I love it. I have a girlfriend, and she has a t-shirt that says something like pumpkin spice everything. And you see those memes everywhere, you know, all about pumpkin spice, and they crack me up. And I saw a representative the other day in the Southeast region group, and she posted the cutest flyer she'd made, and it was with our great new breast cancer sneakers that are coming out. So they look kind of like Converse, but they have those breast cancer ribbons all over the side. And the subject line said, "Hey, sneakerheads," and then it talked about our offer. How cool would that be to make a little something like this with our pumpkin souffle line? So we can take this beautiful picture and make our own meme to talk about how we even have, you know, our pumpkin spice craze here at Avon. Jackie says, "I love the names, souffle, berry twist." Me too. So incredibly well done. If you haven't gotten to see or experience these in person, gosh, I hope that you get it in your hands quickly, because remember, it's only for a limited time, only available through campaign 22. So really important that we get ahead of this now. So I don't know, you know, on the virtual sales meeting, they do a lot of fun little giveaways, and I don't know if my peers will back me up. We'll have to see what they say, but I'm thinking the first representative that posts their own cute little meme in the Southeast region Facebook group with a picture of our pumpkin souffle stuff, I probably have a little something I could send you, a little prize. So it'll be a surprise. I'll make my peers keep me honest, but I'd love to see what you guys come up with. I know how creative that you are. So I'd love to hear anybody else have an idea or something that they plan to do to leverage this new Harvest Treasures collection. Sue says that berry twist is her favorite. I think it's one of those things, as we're out, you know, delivering and speaking to customers, you know, if we had one of each for them to experience and try, I'm sure we could probably get some on-the-spot sales for that. Ooh, Jackie says a basket of these for a raffle. That could be fun. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for sharing, Jackie. So I also love, of course, we're launching the shower gel, the body mist, and the body cream all at the same time, so your customers can layer fragrance and it will last longer. So very, very excited about that. I know we spoke earlier about the double dollars opportunity for all of those representatives who attended RepFest. Remember that you can submit add-on orders for campaign 19 up until we close out, and we don't end campaign 19 until September the 4th. So you've still got some time to make the absolute most of double dollars. But before we hop off, I'd love to ask if any of you guys have any ideas or strategies that you'd be willing to share for how you are either making the most of double dollars in 19 if you attended RepFest, or what your plans are to make the most of double dollars, that incredible opportunity that all representatives have to choose their campaign in 22 through 26. So I'd love to hear if you guys already have some strategies in place or some thoughts that you're working through that you'd be willing to share with us and your fellow representatives. Did I lose you guys? I think you're still there. All right. So, oh, I'm sorry. Did I interrupt someone? Okay. So just to that point, I'd say be sure to order those Campaign 22 demos early, because Campaign 22 is going to kick off for us our first opportunity for double dollars. So you want to make sure that you get those ASAP with your Campaign 20 order. Anna is sharing that she plans to purchase products to sell and not just wait on orders. So Anna, I'd love for you to share in a little bit more detail, what kinds of products are you thinking? So how are you going to decide what to order, and how are you going to sell through those once you've ordered them? If you don't mind to share that in the chat box, it would be much appreciated. I see someone else has asked the question. Rosemary asked, how long is the pumpkin souffle going to be here? So these Harvest Treasures products, it's limited time availability only through campaign 22. So we definitely want them to order early. Audrey has shared that she's doing fundraising. Great point, Audrey. It's an incredible opportunity that fundraisers are included for those representatives who are getting double dollars in 19 for having attended Rep Fest, and for all representatives in 22 through 26. That double dollar opportunity includes fundraising. So Jackie says holiday gifts galore, and she's telling all her customers. Jackie, to that point, I can't wait even to decorate my house for fall. As sad as I am to see summer go, I'm ready to put out the pumpkins. Sue says that she's having enough products to have a fall open house. I love that, Sue. That's a great idea. Wonder if you're planning to incorporate some Aspira tasting into that open house. And Anna, thank you. Anna said mainly she's planning to order some of the core Skin So Soft products that she knows that she can sell through, and that's for her in order to make the most of her double dollars campaign. Wendy shares that she's going to expand on the Kiss Breast Cancer Goodbye and register the makeup fundraiser. I love it. So selling 3 lipsticks for $15, that'll help her to build customers, possibly recruits. It's definitely, Wendy, going to open up your exposure. And she's going to promote her local walk and introduce the Pink Hope products for more donations. And she's going to use that leverage, this great cause, to benefit herself in double dollars. That's a wonderful point, Wendy. And it's not too early for sure. And it's definitely not too late either to make it a point and start fundraising now for your local ACS walk. You know, even if you aren't able to actually attend the walk, we want to encourage you to register anyway, because you still have the opportunity to promote the fundraising. So I heard one of the directors for the ACS share, you know, walking doesn't cure cancer, but money will cure cancer. So we'd love to have you participate with us, even in your fundraising efforts. And you get access to lots of great tools once you register for that. So Wendy, thank you so much for bringing that up and sharing that with us today. Leslie, you're a woman after my own heart. She says she's already decorated for fall. I wish you would love to come to my house this weekend. I mean, it's September officially on Saturday. So come on over and help me decorate. I would love it. So thank you guys for hanging in there with me. Thank you guys so much for your engagement. I can't tell you how much I appreciate your sharing. We've gone a few minutes over, but again, I appreciate you guys being present and pitching in. So final little thought to share with you today. It always seems impossible until it's done. And that was said by Nelson Mandela. You know, you really can do anything, and putting some great plans in place, being willing to share and collaborate with each other, we really are all better together. So thank you so much for attending today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week and an incredible campaign 19 and 20. Thank you guys.